Richie Porte has bounced back from a disappointing 2014 with his most successful season start ever. Second at Tour Down Under, fourth in Algarve, winner at Paris-Nice, Catalonia and Trentino, and leader of the World Tour rankings until very recently. His best result at the Grand Tour was 7th, the first time he tried one, which was at this race in 2010. He finished 3.5 hours ahead of Dan Lloyd, who was riding for Cervelo test team at the time. He often has a bad day over 3 weeks. That's Richie Porte, not Dan Lloyd, but with the consistency he showed this year, he goes into the race as one of the favourites. Alberto Contador will be looking to try and rescue what has been a disappointing early season for his TINKOFF-SAXO team. It's hard to bet against him, his record at Grand Tours speaks for itself and he's got plenty of experience here at this race. Second here the last 2 years, Rigoberto Uran is fast becoming the nearly man of the Giro d'Italia. Last year he killed the opposition in the long time trial in Barolo, and so this year's even longer test could play to the advantage of the Colombian time trial champion. Third at Tirreno, then fifth at Catalonia and Romandy have proven his strength and consistency, but this will be his first big test of the year. Speaking of nearly men, ELIA Viviani is still yet to find that elusive first win at his home tour. We remember 2013 when he was overshadowed by a dominant Mark Cavendish, while 2014 yielded 6 top 10 finishes, but never making the top step. Although Team Sky will be putting most of their resources into keeping Richie Porte well guarded, there's plenty of opportunity for Viviani to go for a stage win himself. Arguably the star of the show behind Quintana last year, Fabio Aru was the young sensation that got Italy excited. He may only have 15 days of racing in his legs so far this season, but that's 2 more than this time last year, and his performances in Catalonia showed that he was on the right track. A repeat podium is well within his reach, but beating Contador might be a little too much to ask of the 24-year-old this year. Stage winner here in 2012, Domenico Pozzovivo has long been knocking on the door of a podium spot at the Giro, with 5th last year being his best result to date. Despite his small stature, he more than holds his own in the long time trial, so he won't be as fearful as some of the other pure climbers on stage 14's epic individual test. Last year's Giro d'Italia was a dream for young Australian Michael Matthews, who took a stage win along with a 6-day spell in the leader's pink jersey. This year he returns with similar ambitions, and we dare say that if he makes it to the finish, he may also have his eye on the points competition too. The Giro d'Italia was the scene of Andre Greipel's first ever Grand Tour stage victory back in 2008, but it's been 5 years since he last competed here. His early season has been solid, if a little understated, with 3 wins, but he brings with him a strong lead-out team to Italy. It's been a horrific start to the season for Simon Gerrans, crash after crash, injury after injury. The lack of racing though means that he has decided to ride the Giro for the first time since 2009, when he rode as a teammate of Dan Lloyd in the Cervelo test team. And if that wasn't good enough, he also won a stage. There will be a stage profile somewhere in this year's race at which Gero will be taking aim, and he doesn't often miss. With some of the bigger name sprinters missing from this year's lineup, Moreno Hofland of Lotto NL Jumbo will be hoping to shine on the biggest stage and take his first Grand Tour win. His team could certainly do with the boost. It was Hofland himself who got the team off the mark with victory at the Tour of Yorkshire just a week ago. So, who have we missed? Well, the answer is undoubtedly plenty. Let us know your personal favourites in the comments section below.